So we look at the Song of Three Holy Children in the Cambridge University Press Apocrypha. Verse 9, it says, "And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies." So you wonder why, our people are so apt to say we're not under the law. Because they're lawless enemies. Most hateful forsakers of the Most High. And to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. See? This is what we delivered to. But we were warned. We were warned it's going to happen. And we were warned too. In Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2, "It shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken, listen diligently unto the voice of the Most High, thy power, your power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High, thy power, will set thee on high above all nations of the earth." So as a nation, we ain't did this. We haven't done this. But that's why we're coming back to this now, and telling our people to repent, and to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. But our people got to be taught the laws of the Most High, the statutes of the Most High, the commandments of the Most High. That's why they got to be gone over. You got to go over these laws with our people. Prophesy and take time to go over these laws, brothers, with our people, because they're not going to do it on their own. You know that. You want to keep something else, well, you put it in the book. And our people, if they really not, learned in this truth, learning the word, they'll come up with an excuse, say, "Oh, it's too many thys and thous and these and so forth." Thy is nothing but your, and thee is duh. You know what I mean? Come on. Any excuse to do. But you read the prophets, they went out and they went over the laws with the Israelites. You say, "And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if," which is a condition, "thou shalt hearken, listen unto the voice of the Most High, thy power, to hear his word." Who is the Mashiach Yahushai? Who's the angel of the Most High? Who's the spirit of the Most High? He said, you got to hearken, you got to listen, you got to hear it, and you got to do it. You got to learn it, live it, and apply it in your life. And if you do, then you're going to be blessed. Why you can't be blessed, as the Most High is saying here, when you're doing what's right to please him? He said, if you please the Most High, he make even your enemies be at peace with you. And here we are. We looking to point the finger, but we better look at ourselves. We the ones got to get it together. The ones that's doing wicked. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? Right? He do what he supposed to do. He the wicked. We the righteous, we got to do what we got to do. Please the Most High. All praise to the Most High. That's what we have to do. And if we don't do it, then how do we expect to be above anyone? When he just told, he gave it to the most wicked in all the world. How do you think we're going to be able to judge angels? Because we most certainly know about how to be wicked. Looking at all the things that we've seen in our lifetime. And that doesn't happen in this earth. Well, I say, idolatry is going to lead to a condition just like Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Most High says it. We caught up in it. You look at how and what we have done as a people. Hurtful. You ever thought about how we hurt the Most High? How we hurt him sincerely by him choosing us and we choosing something else? Follow? Like I told you, my name is jealous. All that didn't matter to us. It still don't matter. Because all people, you'll look at me and the Most High gonna get you because I'm talking about him. Ain't got nothing to do with me. His word. That's why I stay with this word. Go to Hosea 9:9. Hosea 9:9. Thus say the Most High. So they have deeply corrupted themselves, as in the days of Gibeah. Therefore he will remember their iniquity. He will visit their sins. Hear what he said. They are deeply corrupted themselves. Deeply corrupted ourselves. As in the days of Gibeah. What we read about in Judges. 19th chapter. Remember that? The Benjamites. What they did when they have sex with the man and so forth. Rape the man's concubine to death. Left her on the threshold of the door. He cut her bodies up in pieces and sent them to the tribes. One body part to each tribe. Went to war with Benjamin and so forth. They wouldn't bring out the ones that wanted to have sex with the man. Supported it. Went to war. That's what he's speaking on. Hosea 9:9. Most I ain't forgot. They have deeply corrupted themselves as in the days of Gibeah. Therefore he will remember their iniquity. He will remember our wickedness and sins. He will visit their sins. See, Israel be trying to act like the Most High don't see. Like he can't see. Hosea 10:9. O Israel, O Israel, O Israel, thou hast sinned from the days of Gibeah, way back then. There they stood, the battle of Gibeah against the children of iniquity did not overtake them. See. Go to Deuteronomy, the 13th chapter. All you that's been, going through the lessons with me, you can go back to the lesson that we went in showing. I've read it all. There's a lot of reading concerning what happened and how wicked that act was. Deuteronomy 13, look at verse 6. This is warning against idolatry. Deuteronomy 13:6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, if your brother, the son of your mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or your wife, brother, or thy friend, or your friend, which is as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou, nor thy fathers. You got to understand this too. This is where I look at, if you came to me with a religion, let us go and join the Baptist church, or the Jehovah's Witness church, or the Seventh-day Adventist, or Catholic, or any religion. This is what happened to us. Because the Most High gave us laws, statutes, commandments. And I could just give you one scripture, one precept to eradicate religion. Psalm 78:5. Psalm 78:5. This eradicates religion, period. Psalm 78:5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel. You hear that? He appointed a law in Israel to the Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel, which he commanded. This is a commandment and order. Our fathers, this our forefathers, that they should make them known to their children. Testimony and the laws was be made known to the children, that the generation to come might know them. That's why I keep saying we got to go over these laws with our children. And we the children of Israel. Don't get it twisted. They ain't talking about no little children. They're talking about children. Because you are just like a babe if you don't know the truth. Can't give strong meat to those that don't have no teeth to chew no meat. They're babes. That's what he's saying. That the generation to come might know them. Even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. See? So we look at our children. We wasn't taught the laws of the Most High. Most people still, until this day, say we're not under the law. But we're under mercy and grace. And we Gentiles, we've been grafted in. The same old story. From the first time I could hear it to now, it's the same thing being said continually with your lies. You know, Gentiles have mercy and grace. The Israelites have mercy and grace because they were the only ones given the law. Listen, it says we got to teach the children, make them known to the children, verse 6, that the generation to come might know them. Know what? The testimony of the laws of the Most High. To know Him and love Him. Even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. This eradication religion. That they might set their hope in the Most High. Hear that? How you going to have your faith in the Most High, your hope in the Most High, and you know what's right from wrong according to what He has said to us? That they might set their hope in the Most High and not forget the works of the Most High. Hear that? Not forget the works of the Most High, but keep His commandments. Can't get no clearer than that. They may set their hope in the Most High, that they might not forget the works of the Most High and keep His commandments. So you lying when you say you don't have to keep the commandments, the laws of the Most High. It might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart, which is your mind, aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High. See? Look at verse 10. They kept not the covenant of the Most High and refused to walk in His law. Don't that sound familiar? How are people buck up when you tell them they under the law? This is them. They kept not the covenant, which is the laws of the Most High, the agreement that the Most High had with the children of Israel, of the Most High. You would have said they kept not the covenant of the Most High and refused to walk in His law, and forgot His works and His wonders that He had shown them. Marvelous things did He in the sight of their fathers, in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan. Forgot all the works that He did. Look, He divided the sea and caused them to pass through, and He made the waters to stand on an heap on each side. We walked across on dry ground. He's talking, Most High likes to be bragged about, boasted on. But here it is, you're not boasting on that because you taught you a Gentile and that was them. Somebody else that it happened to when it was you, Israel. It was you. You're the one that this applies to. But no, you forgot about it. So how do you think the Most High feel? Lamentations 2:1. How hath the Most High covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in His anger, and cast down from heaven into the earth the beauty of Israel, and remembered not His footstool in the day of His anger. Hollering and screaming at us. That's what He did to the daughter of Zion. We the children of Israel. In His anger, the Most High has swallowed up all the habitations of Jacob, and have not pity. He hath thrown down in His wrath the strongholds of the daughter of Judah. He hath brought them down to the ground. He hath polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof. And you can see it, it's polluted. Ain't nothing there but desert. He hath cut off in His fierce anger all the horn, the power of Israel. He hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemy. Hear that? Pulled his right hand back from the enemy. Mashiach Yahushua and the angels ain't doing nothing. Wasn't doing nothing for us. Pulled it back. Ain't doing nothing. Let the enemy have it. You hear what he said? He showed us the most wicked in all the world. It's our fault. Because we didn't want to follow him. They just went above and beyond the call of duty. That's why they got to pay for that. So they helped forward the affliction. Most I was just a little displeased, but they helped forward the affliction. He have cut off in his fierce anger all the horn, that's the power of Israel. He have drawn back his right hand from before the enemy, and he burned against Jacob's like a flaming fire which devours round about. It's the judgment of the Most High. While you see what you see, and what you see in the future prophecies, what's going to happen? The judgment of the Most High. He have bent his bow like an enemy. He stood with his right hand as an adversary. Stood with his right hand as an adversary. Mashiach Yahushua stood beside the Most High against us as an enemy. And slew all that was pleasant to the eye in the tabernacle of the daughter of Zion. He poured out his fury like fire, because he is a consuming fire. That's what he did to us. Because all our wickedness, idolatry, following something that's contrary to him, when we had the power of powers of powers. Every day, like you say, we came to the other and they say, hey, look, I'm going to be your power. They loved it. But Israel did not consider it. Look, verse 5. The Most High was an enemy. He swallowed up Israel. He has swallowed up all her palaces. He hath destroyed his strongholds, and have increased in the daughter of Judah mourning and lamentation. So you want to forget about that. Y'all want that good, that good time religion that make you feel so good. This don't sound good to me. This sounds like a lot of weeping and crying, and sadness, and woe, destruction, because we didn't want to do right. When he told us, he just told us in Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2. Who didn't hear that? You gonna say you blessed now? You ain't blessed. We're working to be blessed. Verse 6, and he hath violently taken away his tabernacle. He that violently took away his tabernacle, as if it were a garden. He hath destroyed his places of the assembly. The Most High have caused the solemn feast and Sabbath to be forgotten in Zion, and have despised in the indignation of his anger the king and the priest. Sabbaths and the priests, kings, the holy convocations, he despised them, forgotten them. They forgotten about it, because the land is desolate. The Most High have cast off his altar. He have abhorred his sanctuary, hated his sanctuary. He have given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces. They have made a noise in the house of the Most High as in the day of a solemn feast. I mean, you can read about that in First Maccabees. When Greece came into power, these other nations, they destroyed us. They destroyed our temples, having all kind of orgies, you name it. Sacrificing pig and everything in it to follow. We didn't want to serve the Most High, so he allowed us to have. He tell you what he's going to do. He did it. Look, real quick. Without going too deep into it, we got to deal with this in Feast of Dedication. But go to First Maccabees, the first chapter, and we're going to look at verse 45. We'll start at, it says, verse 45. This is under King Antiochus Epiphanes, a wicked Edomite king, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbath and festival days. See? and pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Polluters. Pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols. See? And sacrifice swine's flesh. There it is in the Bible, I'm telling you. Sacrifice swine flesh. Most High said we ain't supposed to touch a dead pig carcass. And unclean beasts. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end that they might forget the law. All this is done to the end they might forget the law. So it's no different than when you look at a religion that's telling you that you are not under the law. These are the same things that you're doing within these churches and so forth, these different religions and so forth. What's the reason? To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. See? And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. Now think about it. The Most High said, my law is going to go through. And some laws you did wrong, the Most High said, put them to death. See, but here it is. They did that. You don't want to follow what that king said? Since we want a king? And you look at it, I mean, that's what Israel was like. It was all about that. It was, they want to follow the way of the heathen. And do whatever it was that they set up that's abominable to us. But they want just what they wanted to do. Follow the way of the heathen. Look at First Maccabees. Just real quick, I want to just show you because we will go in depth during the Feast of Dedication, but First Maccabees 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men. You hear that? This during the Greek Empire. Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant, agreement, a contract with the heathen that are around about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Most I said, learn not to wear the heathen. He separated us from all nations. And here we are, we want to be a part with them. And they deal with idols. It says, so this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward therein, or herein, that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. So what did they do as the ordinance of the heathen? Whereupon they built a place of exercise, like these gyms and so forth. 24-hour fitness and whatever gyms that they have. Wherefore they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. So that's where it is. If you want to be joined to the heathen, you're going to be sold to do mischief. Point blank. Back to Lamentations. Lamentations 2 and 6. And he hath violently taken away his tabernacle, as if it were a garden. He hath destroyed his places of the assembly. Most High have caused the solemn feast and Sabbath to be forgotten in Zion, and have despised in the indignation of his anger the king and the priest. Most High have cast off his altar, he have abhorred his sanctuary, he have given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces. We just read about one incident. They have made a noise in the house of the Most High as in the day of a solemn feast. Doing all kind of madness up in there. We just read about it. The Most High have purposed to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. He has stretched out a line. He have not withdrawn his hand from destroying. Therefore he made the rampart and the wall to lament. He languished together. Her gates are sunk into the ground. They have destroyed and broken her bars. No security at all. People come in and do whatever they want to do. Her king and her princes are among the Gentiles. The law is no more. See? The law is no more. Her prophets also find no vision from the Most High. The elders or the daughters of Zion sit upon the ground. That's on the lowest state, people. Sitting on the ground. Have no power. And keep silence. Hear that? Keep silence. Can't even say anything. They have cast up dust upon their heads. They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem hang down their heads to the ground because they have no power to maintain their virginity. Because you in another man's captive land. He have you in captivity. That's what Jeremiah say. My eyes do fail with tears. My bowels are troubled. My liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughters of my people, because the children and the sucklings swoon in the streets of the city. Look. Look at what he said. Go to Lamentations 1. Verse 18. The Most High is righteous. As I say, the Most High is righteous. For I have rebelled against his commandment. Hear, I pray you, all people, and behold my sorrow. My virgins and my young men are gone into captivity. Hear that? So the virgins and the young men went into captivity. What kind of power they have? No power. That's the power of the young men. Gone into captivity. Virgins, you guys going to be taken for whatever it is they're going to do to you. There ain't going to be no more virgins. See, I called for my lovers, but they deceived me. My priests and mine elders gave up the ghosts in the city. Priests and the elders gave up the ghosts, meaning they was dead. They died while they sought their meat to relieve their souls. Behold, O Most High, for I am in distress. My bowels are troubled. Mine heart is turned within me, for I have grievously rebelled. I have grievously rebelled. I have grievously rebelled. A man of the Most High. Jeremiah. This was marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. See, I have grievously rebelled. Abroad the sword bereaveth, at home there is as death. Say, hey, the sword coming, at home is as death. They just killing us. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. They know he's crying out. This lamentation, this is crying. Crying probably, right? But that's what the Most High wants, because that's the only time he had pity on us, when we cried to him. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. Nobody comforted. All mine enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. See? The enemy's glad that he's done it. He's speaking about himself, but he's speaking about the whole, mainly the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, and all the other tribes, now they have tribes that was joined with us, that didn't go into the Syrian captivity. When they came out, they came with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Or they didn't go into the Syrian captivity because after the split, you know, with Rehoboam and Jeroboam, they came and stayed with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi in the southern kingdom. See, they are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. They're going to be like to him. Crying, weeping, and wailing. Listen what it says. Verse 22, let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me, for all my transgressions. For my side are many, and my heart is faint. So my mind is faint, man. So do unto them for all their wickedness. You know, when you understand, these nations know. They know that we went into captivity for our wickedness. So here we are now, not even knowing what this Bible is talking about, caught off guard, and not knowing that the Most High got his hand in everything. Look what he said. Go to Ezekiel 30. And 11. It says, he and his people Nebuchadnezzar with him, the terrible of the nations, shall be brought to destroy the land, and they shall draw their swords against Egypt and fill the land with the slain, killing a lot of people. It says, and I will make the rivers dry and sell the land into the hand of the wicked, and I will make the land waste and all that is therein by the hand of strangers. I, the Most High, have spoken it. And we see that now. Thus said the Most High Power, I will also destroy the idols, and I will cause their images to cease out of naught, and there shall be no more a prince of the land of Egypt, and I will put a fear in the land of Egypt, and I will make Patros desolate, and will set fire in Zoan, and will execute judgment in No, and I will pour my fury upon sin, the strength of Egypt, and I will cut off the multitude of No, and I will set fire into Egypt. Sin shall have great pain, and No shall be rent asunder, and Not shall have distresses daily. So it ain't just us. He gonna get them Hamites too, them Egyptians too. The young men of Aven and of Sibes shall fall by the sword, and those cities shall go into captivity. See, they go into captivity. Verse 18, at Tehaphnes also the day shall be darkened, when I shall break there the yokes of Egypt, and the pomp of her strength shall cease in her. As for her, a cloud shall cover her, and her daughters shall go into captivity. So they go into captivity too. Thus will I execute judgments in Egypt, and they shall know that I am the Most High. See, we got a power, y'all. Power of powers of powers. His word is true. And you name them, whoever it is, because we was in Egypt in captivity. Go to Luke 17. He that live in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the faith, and here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Revelations 13, 9 and 10. Luke 17 and 26. Luke 17, 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it also be in the days of the Son of Man. As it was in the day of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. It was a Mashiach Yahushua. They didn't eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. So that's how he's comparing the end times to be. When the Mashiach shall come back to judge and make war. Only it's not going to be with water, it's going to be with fire. See, likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot. So we're looking at Sodom and Gomorrah. Likewise, as it was in the days of Lot. They did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. See? That same day that Lot went out of Sodom, we've been going over this. It rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. It's going to be the same way, he's saying. But the Mashiach is revealed. In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house. You on the housetop? A lot of times in Israel they have flat roofs. You on the housetop, everything you own is in the house. Let him not come down to take it away. Don't come down to try and get anything. And he that is in the field, you out there in the field somewhere, let him likewise not return back. Don't come back. Remember Lot's wife. He's telling you. He's giving you a warning. So remember Lot's wife. And I have what they claim to be Lot's wife. She looked back, remember? She turned into a pillar of salt. That's why he's telling you. Mashiach said, remember Lot's wife. Genesis the 19th chapter. Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it. Your life and what you have, your possessions and so forth. Whatever you have, you're going, I got to get this, I got to get that. No, whoever seeks to save his life shall lose it. And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it. Whatever you have, you just, like you said, just leave, just go. Be ready. Oh no, I got to go back, I got to get my computer. Okay, well, your computer going to be the reason why you die. Or whatever it is. Be telling you, hey, you up on the top of the roof and this thing goes down, you better be ready to move. Think about all the people that die and just want to hold on to whatever they have, and they just like California fires, they just burn up. Or the hurricane, or in Florida, or wherever lands. I'm gonna stick it out. They end up dying because they want to try and preserve what they have. Verse 34, I tell you, in that night, we give you a clear indication, it's going to be at night. I tell you, in that night, there shall be 2 men in one bed, one shall be taken, and the other shall be left. And ain't talking about homosexuality neither. It says, the 2 women shall be grinding together, grinding at the mill. It tells you another scripture. Working. The one shall be taken, the other left. One going to be taken, one going to be left. 2 men shall be in the field, one shall be taken, and the other left. Then you know that everybody not going to be saved. So I don't know how you could think in your wildest dreams that everybody going to be saved when you tell you here, one going to be taken, one going to be left. And they answered and said unto him, where, Master? And he said unto them, whatsoever the body is, wherever the body is, what body? The body of a Mashiach? The children of Israel that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, having faith in the Mashiach, Yahushua, fearing the Most High? Wheresoever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered together. You got to see what he's saying there. That's deep. That's coded right there. But it ain't coded to those that know the truth. You say, thither will the eagles be gathered together. Whose sign is the eagle? Esau's. So-called white man's sign is the eagle. Wherever the body is, oh yeah, they're going to be gathered together against the body. Because they know we got next. Forever and ever and ever. The children of Israel. Not necessarily we that live today. But we don't know when the Most High going to do it. He told us in Matthew 24 the same thing. Verse 25. Matthew 24:25. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. If he's over here, he appeared over here. I mean, that's all Israel is, a big desert. Most High made our land desolation, or any desert. So he said, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chamber. Believe it not. No, don't believe it. Go to Revelation 1:7. This is why you don't believe it. Revelation 1:7. It said, behold, he cometh with clouds. That's how he coming back. He coming with clouds. And every eye shall see him. You hear that? He said he coming with the clouds, which are the chairs of the Most High when you read Psalms 104 and 3. And every eye shall see him. So don't worry about nobody telling you about he's over there. He said every eye, everybody going to see him. And they also which pierced him. They also that pierced him. They going to be there to see him too. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so. So don't be concerned about where he's at. Because everybody gonna see him. He gonna make that grand entrance. You say, where is he at? I see him. He's over here. He's over here in the desert. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Because they lying. This how he coming. Look at Isaiah 31:5. This how he coming. As birds flying, you know, birds flying that V formation. So will a Mashiach of hosts of armies defend Jerusalem. Israelites. Defending also, he will deliver it. He's going to save us. And passing over, he will preserve it. Oh yeah. So going back to Matthew 24, verse 26. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers. Believe it not. Don't believe it. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west. A lightning come from the east to the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Gonna be like that brightness. That lightning is. Shoo. See that how it light up the whole sky? So you ain't got, like I said, every eye gonna see him. Listen what he said. For wheresoever the carcass is, and we said where the body is, now he's telling you where the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. That's their bodies. Eagles will be gathered together. So immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened for all the we can only say nuclear missiles that's going to be shot where you ain't going to see no sun because of the soot and the darkness and the smoke and so forth. And the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, meaning a whole lot of celebrities going to be dying, the people that's of status going to be dying, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. I'm telling you, powers of the heavens going to be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in the heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. Remember we said everybody going to wail because of him? Same thing we see in here. Mashiach shall be revealed in heaven. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven. As we just read in Revelation 1:7. Same thing he said when he ascended in Acts 1st chapter, the 9th verse, the 10th verse. They're going to see him coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet. And they shall gather together his elect. They're going to gather his elect. From the four winds and the four corners. From one end of heaven, one end of the earth, to the other. They're going to gather the elect. What did it say? And he shall gather. And they shall gather together his elect. Who's the elect? I mean, we got to bring it forth because people are being misled in their thinking and the way they have been programmed to understand this Bible. In error. Go to Isaiah 45:4. This is the elect. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect. There it is. Israel mine elect. That's who's going to gather the children of Israel. 12 tribes of Israel. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 13. See, we have a power of powers that love us, and we got to love him. And the only way he's going to show you love him is to do what he say do. Deuteronomy 13 and 6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is us as thine own soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you. You understand this? Where do we get this from? I'm going to keep on putting it in your face because you need to see it. Israel. Where we get to, who brought this to us? In 1492 till now. It's the same thing. What's the difference? You went up in the church and that's what you see. Big picture of the dude in the middle, Caesar Borgia. Second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome, Rodrigo Borgia, sitting at the head of the table. But we have many gods, many different idols. Why the Most High going to bring the judgment just as unto Sodom and Gomorrah on this earth? He said, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, near unto you, or far off from thee, or they might be far off from you, bringing forth their religion to you from a distance, from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Could come way, just came way back, way from Spain all the way to here, to the Western Hemisphere. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shalt thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him, but thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. See, that's about bringing different religion. Sons. That was the Most High saying. Because it's not the law. We just read in Psalm 78 and 5. He gave us laws and testimonies. Go to Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. So can't no other nation come with anything, because he said he ain't dealt with no other nations but Israel. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. The nations have not known the judgment of the Most High. Praise ye the Most High. See, because look, Amos 3, 1 and 2. How you going to follow someone that the Most High don't even know? He's not even dealing with. Amos 3, 1 and 2. Hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only, hear what he said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Because he gave the law, statutes, commandments to us, to the children of Israel. That's why he's going to punish us. That's why we went into captivity after captivity after captivity, just as he said he would do in Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68. Them curses befell us, we the children of Israel, only. And so here we are, we're going to look at somebody else that created religions and so forth and go and follow that. And not dig deep into this Bible and find out what it's talking about, and you realize, wait a minute, ain't no religion up in here. Show me your religion in the Bible. That the Most High said you're supposed to be a Catholic or a Baptist or a Jehovah, with any religion. Holiness or Seventh-day Adventist or Apostolic, you name it. Where is it at in the Bible? Well, we're reading the Deuteronomy here. Show me here. This is the law. Because that's all of my check. You believe in him? Who you call Jesus Christ or whatever name you call him? This all he had to go by was the law and the prophets. Because the New Testament was not written. So bring it forth. Hear the word of the Most High. Verse 10 of Deuteronomy 13th chapter. And thou shalt stone him with stones, that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from the Most High thy power. He said, kill him. That's how serious this is. Anyone that wanted to take us away from the Most High, our power. By what? Following some type of religion. Some other belief. which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And all Israel shall hear and fear. See, that death brings fear. They're going to hear and fear. That means be afraid. Be scared. Not what you've been taught in church. That you ain't supposed to fear the Most High. He said, all Israel shall hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness. Hear that? As this is among you. That's why you're going to pay. You got to come out of these churches. You got to come out of these religions. Listen, if thou shalt hear say in one of thy cities, which the Most High thy power hath given thee to dwell there, saying, certain men, you hear about this, certain men, the children of Belial, are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, saying, let us go and serve other gods. Hear that? Let us go and serve other gods, which ye have not known. Let us go and serve other gods. This is what has happened to us over and over and over again. Understand, we had the gods of the Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persians, the Medes, the Greeks, the Romans, the Byzantine Empire, the Renaissance period, all the way to now. And everything in between. Our captives, we have in captivity more than the ones I'm naming here. You know, we had the Islam, we had the Ishmaelites, gods, and they had a God for every day of the year. Before Muhammad came, they would, learn from us. They had a God for every day of the year. So what was you doing with that? Got those too. Israel hold on to everything that's wicked. Ammonites and the Moabites, their gods, you name it. We took on all of this. And we have all that to this day embedded in us, where we got to purge ourselves. We got to clean ourselves up with the word of the Most High. Come back to him. Listen. Verse 13. Deuteronomy 13:13. Certain men, the children of Belial, children of the devil, are gone out from among you, and have withdrawn the inhabitants of their city, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which ye have not known. Then shalt thou inquire and make search them out. Inquire, find out about this situation, and ask diligently. And behold, if it be truth, it's true, you're trying to get our people, those people, to go and serve other gods, other idols, and the thing certain, that such abomination, filthy, wicked acts, sins, is wrought among you, thou shalt surely smite the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword. Kill them all. What's that said? Kill them all. Thou shalt surely smite the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, destroying it